About a decade ago, whether you were a child or grown, you definitely used a Xbox 360 or PS3. I was a Xbox 360 child, so I didn't use the PS3 much, but when I did, I played games like Little Big Planet. But ever since they started Astrobots, which is a good game, they completely ditched Little Big Planet, and that had me thinking. I already have a PC, I don't have a PS5 or older, but I really want to play this game. And then I found RPCS3. This is an emulator that allows you to emulate most PS3 games, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to set it up, the best settings, and how to even get 60 FPS. So without further ado, let's begin. Now first, of course, you'll need a PC, but not just any PC. I've noticed that with all of the emulators I've used ever, this is definitely the most intensive one. Not sure why, but you'll need a decent PC to play PS3 games. I currently have a Ryzen 5 5500 and RX 6600. Next, download RPCS3, extract it to a place on your drive, and now it's time to set up. Open RPCS3, go to File, and find where it says Install Firmware. This is not hard. Simply go to the website in the description, download the firmware, and input it here. Now for adding the games. It's none of my business how you achieve your games. If you want to sell the seeds, go ahead. All you need is a PKG ROM file. Now go back to RPCS3, go to File, then click Install Packages, Wraps, and EDATs, and it should ask for one of those three file types. Give it the file and it should start installing. Lastly, go to Gamepad Settings, Player 1, and this is where you configure your controller. If you're using a Xbox controller or any other X input controller, select X input as the handler. Then select the controller and the devices. That's it. Now we can start. Well, not just yet. One of the things I instantly did once I got Little Big Planet 3 installed was configuring the settings, because boy, when I tell you it looked bad, it looked bad. It had a lot of aliasing and a decent bit of blur, but with a decent amount of research, I managed to find some settings that work pretty well. These settings should be adjusted per game though, since some games react different. Now, I don't understand much of this stuff, so I can't give a in-depth explanation, but I can at least give a quick montage of these settings. Now again, some of these settings can actually break some games, so you'll need to do some testing of your own, but I have tested these settings specifically for Little Big Planet, and it keeps me at the max of 30 FPS while also looking like it's being played on a PS3. Now it's time to play. Now if you look back in the video, you'll see this is being played at a default resolution of 720p, and the resolution scale is set to 200%, which is technically 1440p, and it's still holding 30 FPS. This is also running with Vulkan, since in most cases Vulkan is way better to use than OpenGL. The game feels perfectly fine. There is not much latency besides what you'll get from 30 FPS, but since the frames match up with input, it feels fine. So for the most part, this is perfect. It looks perfect, sounds perfect, and plays perfect. PS3 by default was always locked at 30 FPS in every game, so there's nothing we can do about that. Well, actually, this is loss of scaling. I've made about 1 billion videos on the software and still going, but this software allows you to multiply your FPS without needing to buy some expensive GPU for DLSS FrameJet. This software is $7, but it's honestly worth it. I've tested it in multiple games and they work so well. Now for this occasion, I initially did not know you could do this. I thought loss of scaling only worked on PC games, not emulators, but it actually does, and the setup is the exact same. I set my mode to adaptive 60 FPS so that if the emulator goes below 30 FPS even a tiny bit, it will still hold the 60 FPS, and this actually felt pretty good. There wasn't much noticeable warping and the game looked smoother and felt smoother. Now I don't know if anything higher than 60 FPS is needed since these games were built at 30 FPS, but if you want to play your favorite PS3 games at 60 FPS on your PC, this is the way to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.